Awesome. Right, we have your next act come to the stage. Go wild and crazy one more time for me. Go wild and crazy. Give it up for Andrew Cairney, everyone. A bit of miming, why not? Hey, it's me. Imagine that, hey? Oh, you don't have to because there's a projector. But as the funny ginger man said, I'm Andy, and a few years are looking at me and thinking, fuck me, puberty has not taken too well to the Milky Bar kid, has it? The rest of you are thinking, get that hat off. It's not a hat, it's my hair, but, you know, I like that one, I grew my hair for that. As you do. I'm gonna talk to you about my childhood, and you're gonna laugh because it's funny, right? There's a few stuff I used to do when I was a child. I used to collect various things. Like I used to collect. Do you ever remember the little bike reflectors you used to get on the bottom of your cereal? Do you remember them? You're laughing there. If I mention the pen toppers, you're gonna have a spasm. You remember the little pen toppers? I had loads of them, but I had loads of the bike reflectors, and I had loads of different colours, shapes, sizes. I had about 50 of them. I had limited edition ones. I had loads of these bike reflectors. Didn't even have a bike. True story. And as well, I used to have a few other things I used to collect. I used to collect stickers. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my God, this doesn't belong on a stage. I used to collect football stickers, right? And I used to get, oh my God, you think it's funny, it's getting better. I used to collect football stickers, and I used to do mad things. I was like a sticker book maverick, and I used to get the half a sticker with the body of a football player going that way. Oh my God. And the legs going that way. Oh, and then I'd do other mad things, like I'd get players from one team and stick them in the other. And I'd be like, you don't play for Tottenham, Ryan Giggs. Silly Ryan Giggs, that's not your team. And then I used to get like stickers from other sticker books and stick them in. So I had a load of Pokemon playing for Newcastle. You do what you do, don't you? And I used to get all my I learned everything I know from football stickers, right? And I used to get all my bike reflectors, and I'd get them on a giant 6-foot board of wood, right? And I'd stick the 6-foot board of wood there, and every time I'd score a goal, I'd run up and go, look mum, I'm a shiny. Oh, it's great. Bit like I am up there. And but like, it's not true, because I didn't used to score goals. But another thing, I'm a bit weird, because as you can tell, I'm a bit weird. I was raised on video games, and I mean the golden age of video games, when everything was square, and he'd be like a little fat Italian man bouncing around some dungarees, smashing some floating bricks, collecting coins, jumping on endangered species, sliding down domestic drains, kicking tails up the arse, smashing floating bricks, collecting coins. He did all of that. Wait for it, there is a punchline. He did all of that, right? What, you get off your head on mushrooms? Which is mad, because I was playing FIFA at the time, you know what I mean? You don't eat mushrooms, Ryan Giggs. You text women. And and I come from a strange generation of kids, mate. I come from a generation, I like to call us that's gay generation, because we'd all go round and everyone would be like, Andy, don't do that, that's gay. That's what happens when you're a blouse to school. And you used to get... You see, my mum used to go, and people would go, don't use that pen's gay, or don't eat that, it's quiche. And see what I did there? None of you's got that. Oh my God. But quiche is gay. And I can, in like a non-merry way, and I can say that and it not be offensive as well, because my mate Tim came out last week. Turns out he's a quiche. So anyway, right. Do you know what I used to remember? Lego. Do you remember Lego? You at the back, do you remember Lego? Oh, wouldn't it be good if I had a joke about Lego? But I haven't. So get over it. And right, in the end, my mum said to me, look son, because she sounds exactly like me. She said, you've got to get a job, got to grow up, can't stay young forever, you're not Michael Jackson. I said, funny, you should be a comedian. She's not taller than me, I just pointed up as I said it. And my mum said, you've got to get a job, so I did. And I got a job down in the Crown Plaza, which is a hotel down in Crown Plaza. Woo! Woo! There's a lot of people working in the Crown Plaza. So I got a job there as an apprentice chef. Right, imagine it, hey, what am I like? True story. And I got a job as an apprentice chef. And one day the chef come in, head chef, the head chef, come in, and he was fuming. And I can't do angry. Like, and he come in, he was fuming. He was like, boys. Oh, by the way, we used to call him the Rhino. Not because he was angry all the time, but he had a small growth on his nose that looked like a horn, right? So he comes in and he goes, boys, because he's from the street. Boys, this kitchen's a mess. This sink area's a mess. You wouldn't leave your room in this mess, would yous? And my mate Tim was standing there and he went, no, chef. And I went, but chef, stupid chef, I'm going to sink in my room, have I? Oh, I got the sack from that job. Not for that, I was stealing lamb shanks out of the fridge. But that was a funnier story. Am I right? I'm wrong. So, as well, I was gutted when I got the sack from that, because I used to get the train all the time, right, to that job. And I'm gutted because we can't play this game me and Tim used to play. By the way, I've mentioned Tim a few times, haven't I? And it's a bit depressing, because sadly Tim can't be here tonight. He's gone to a better place. Rawhide Comedy Club, just down the road. That wins your competitions. So anyway, right, me and Tim used to sit on the train, and whenever the ticket inspector would get on, we'd get up and we'd shout bail and we'd run, right, and we'd give it the beans. It was a bit like, have you ever seen the chase scene in the film Point Break? Have you ever seen fuck all like that? All right, we'd be running and we'd give it the amateur dramatics, and at the very end we'd go, oh, and we'd put our ticket out and he'd be like, you guys, you know. Well, he wouldn't really. A bit of him would just die inside and fuck off, right? And he'd just be like, you guys. And then we'd be like, oh, and it'd be like the end of a like shitty sitcom from the 70s, you know what I mean? But the thing is it's a good game to play, trust me, right? Unless you do what my mate Tim did the other week, I forget to buy a ticket. Oh, that was bad. Even worse, when I left a bag unattended. I got arrested for that. Them stolen lamb shanks in that bag, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Right, where am I going with this? I'm leaving. But I'm leaving on a story, right? Go out on a bang, right? Because I was in here, Envy. And because my mum lets me out like 3 times a year, right? And I was in this club, Envy, and there was a guy standing at that bar, right? Just over there. You can all look at the bar if you can't, if you don't want to, like. Anyway, so he was standing at that bar, right, and the place was full of students, and they were all giving it all that choreographing the handshakes, getting their free money from the government. I'm jealous because I've only got 3 GCSEs, I can't get into uni, and I made them on a computer. So he was standing there, right, the whole place of students. He looked so out of place, right, it was unreal. All these students were dancing and they parted like the Red Sea. Although with this being Liverpool and being predominantly girls, more like the Orange Sea. So anyway, right, all these girls parted and this guy was standing there. He was so out of place. He looked like he counted owls for a living, right? And he's standing there. And you know when someone's that pissed, they're agreeing with themselves and they're not having a conversation, and he's just like that. Am I right, lad? Am I right? I'm wrong, right? And he's just standing there. And then he left. And I thought, this is where the party's at. I'm following that gentleman, right? So I left with him, right? Not with him. It's like 10 paces behind him. And he walked past the chippy, right? And as he walked past the chippy, there was a bunch of Liverpool fans giving it all that, right? Because they'd been playing a match. As I said, I don't know about football. There was a lot of shinies, put it that way. And these Liverpool fans are giving it all that, right? And this is the greatest moment of my entire life. He just looked at the Liverpool supporters, right? They've been players, obviously, like they're in town. And he just went, oh, liver. Liver, sausage and chips. Pointing at Chewy, I nearly died. It was amazing. Right, I'm going to go, not because I've run out of time, just dying for a shit. I'm Andrew Cairney. Thank you, good night.
on.